Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining me again for another episode of Mark on Comics. So, as many of you have been aware that you've seen some of my more recent videos, you know I've been on vacation and I am back home now, so we'll see about getting more videos out to you. But while I was gone, I did stop at a couple comic book shops on the way. I was in Arizona and I stopped in Flagstaff to a comic book shop called Cabs. And I went in, bought some books, came out, left, and the wife is, "Oh, did you do any filming in there?" Gosh darn it, no. I did not, and I'm very sorry for Cab for not taking care of you, sir. But I did stop at a couple other shops en route. First, on my way from Arizona to Northern California, I stopped at Legends Comics and Games. Their Fresno main office was closed, so I went just 15 minutes away up into Clovis to their Clovis store. So this is my visit to Legends Comics and Games in Clovis, California. I hope you enjoy. Well, hello everyone. Here I am in currently sunny Clovis, California, and I'm here to visit Legends, Comics, and Games. So let's go take a look. All right, here it is, Legends, Comics, and Games. They've got a little door back here next to an alteration shop. All right, here we go. Hey. Yeah, nice, cute. Well, some nice pops. Hawkman and Cruiser. Rogue. Oh, Spider-Man. Got a Silver Surfer board there. That's cool. Boba Fett. Oh, Todd McFarlane Spider-Man Artist Edition. Wow. You know, and here's a wall of graphic novels. Nice selection. I'm not a graphic novel person, I'm a comics person, but I think it's great the people that want to collect the volumes. So I think that's great. Okay, here we go back to some of their back issue wall here. Conan, Dragon Ball Z, Firestorm, Magic, Invincible Iron Man, Hulk 261, Ms. Marvel, New Mutants, Watchmen, which should get bigger soon because they're going to do a new Watchmen movie or show. I don't know. X-Men. And then we have Avengers. Love that cover. One of my favorites. Suicide Squad. Here we got Kid Colt, Outlaw, Wonder Woman, Youngblood. Cool stuff. Here's some more books in the case. Hard to see. Sorry, it's the angle.
There you go.
And here's their new releases wall. And then some current, recent back issues. Blank cover Terminator. Green Lantern. Oh, look at that nice green arrow foil. Very good. Rat City. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Void Rivals. Very good book. So that's their comic side. Now if you're interested in gaming, here's their gaming side. See, they've got different games here, and then they've got a gaming area so people can come and play. Ooh, look at this. Warhammer. Oh, it's actually it's Star Wars. Hi, it says Warhammer, but that's the rack. Wow, I love that. That is nice. Interesting. I guess those are pieces. Game players. X-Men. Games, of course. Cards. All right. Okay. All right, inside Legends, I am here with the manager, Roman, so I'm going to give him the mic, so you probably won't hear me, but I'll ask some questions and you'll hear what's going on.
All right.
All right, Roman, the manager, tell me about Legends. How long have you been in this Clovis position?
So we're coming up on our 9th anniversary overall for the Fresno store, and I believe the Clovis location opened up later that year, or the following year, so we're coming up at 8 years in Clovis. We're going to be here come next year, January. We'll be here 6 years now at this specific location. We were 2 years at the mall across the street for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been here for a minute now.
Okay. So I always like to talk to people and ask, what got you personally into comic books?
For me personally, I tell the story a few times. We have podcasts and some videos we've done.
Okay.
I didn't get into comic books personally until my senior year of high school, I want to say. Hello. I was always into reading novels, but I always liked the cartoons. I grew up on the Superman cartoon on Kids WB.
Sure.
That was my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
And right. See you later. And then my senior year for the high school I had to do something like, I don't want to say it was 40 minutes. It was probably like 4 hours of community service, but you couldn't do them all at once because of child labor laws.
Oh, you're
and
right.
I did it at the local library. I was always in there because I was always reading books. I was friends with the librarian. I coached her kids in wrestling. I was just there all the time. So I asked Myra if I can volunteer there for my 4 hours. And you can't really read a novel in one sitting, because it's a lot of sitting when you're just, you do your pulls on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then yeah, you just sit there and help people when they come in. It's a small rural town, not a lot of people going to the local library, and they had a shelf maybe this wide, as wide as one of our like trade shelves of trade paperbacks, hardcovers, graphic novels, stuff like that. I remember just being like, oh, Superman, I love that cartoon growing up. Sat down, read it. I was like, oh, I read a whole story in 15, 20 minutes. Like, that's so fast. I read the whole shelf, and I'm familiar with our local public library system, so I was able to order in a bunch of books through the hold system. And then I started thinking like, oh, I remember in the cartoon there was an episode where there was a guy with a green ring. He could make whatever he wanted. I think it was green something. I looked up, Superman green whatever, and I was like, oh, it's Green Lantern, cool. I got all the books and quickly became my favorite hero. I caught up with, since he started in the 60s for the Silver Age one until now, caught up with everything I could through the library, and then I started going I would drive an hour from, back home into Fresno to buy all the monthly books, and I did that for a long time. And, over time you just accrue a collection just as reading. I wasn't even collecting comics. I didn't really start collecting comics besides reading them until I started working here. Once I started working here, just having access to everything, I was able to be like, all right. And I had in the course of 10 years, I had probably 2 short boxes worth of comics that I just accrued just by reading here and there. And then I've probably got over 20 now in the last 6-7 years that I've been working here. So it gets out of hand really fast, but I like it.
Cool. All right, so our people will know where you're at. Could you give me the addresses?
Yeah,
of
so this is
Fresno
our
and Clovis.
Yeah,
please?
so this is the Clovis location. We're at 1752 Clovis Avenue in Clovis, California, 93612. Blackstone, the address is 5412 North Blackstone Avenue, Fresno, California, 93710. If you're into the comic books, we have a lot more of that over there. Our Fresno location has probably 3 times as much vintage books, including the display cases, the wall, and the bins. Over here, we definitely focus more on the gaming side. I got the tables for people to play on, more of the gaming stuff as well. Whereas over there is going to be flopped. You know, we have a small section of vintage stuff over here. Over there, they have like one set of shelves for board games, and that's kind of it. So yeah, it was just, you know, it's whatever the market kind of dictates. We had more people wanting to play over here versus over there. You know, our comic buyers usually at our Fresno store, so a lot of the vintage stuff tends to stay over there because that's where they're processing it. It sells so fast a lot of times it doesn't even make its way over here. Yeah, really, really popular.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.